All right, so we done came over here and looked and delineated that this here
anything man-made
brushes
it's a guarantee.
are gone bad.
Surprised that they
This is what it's looking like on the inside of the housing.
I'm surprised they designed it for the water to be able to get in.
It's designed for failure. It's designed to come back to the. Well, you gotta remember.
Rust didn't come from nothing.
Now look at this here.
Yeah, you see the spring is making it pop up and forth. Yep. Look at that.
Zero tension.
I'm just wondering. There's something out of place up in here.
Yeah, the springs is going bad.
You know, the spring got tension now when I'm holding it up here.
Right.
Hold it there. Maybe.
You know, I keep wondering because the way that this here could have came out from right here or anything like that. You know, it's possible.
Pop them out, readjust. See if you got a spot to readjust it in.
I think I do. I think you slide up under here somewhere. I think if you slid up under there.
But for both of them to do the exact same thing.
Well, you know, what it look like to you? Look at the spring. What should have been sitting right in the middle of that damn spring?
It should be pushing right back on it. So it's supposed to be two arms on the side of it, so it pushes back on it.
Like
one of the arms is gone.
No, the arms are there. See one right there?
Okay,
and one
so
right there. Right. So let's move this up out the way so that spring back in there like this. This way? No, like that there. Just to see what we get. If it'll reach. You know, we're just doing some guesswork here.
Put it back and re-loop.
Yeah.
It's got a loop on it, right? Yeah. Fell for a reason.
No, that's too much tension there, so that ain't it.
Yeah.
Too much tension is too tight right there. Let's flip it over, see if we make a difference. Made this, he wasn't a rocket scientist.
Right.
See, that's how we gotta look at this shit. That motherfucker.
Reverse engineering.
Did he just say the word rocket science? Wait a minute. How in the world
It
did this
rose.
just snap out that fast?
It rose.
Oh, it rolls up. So it coils up together.
So when look at it, when it rolls,
There it is.
it make the perfect square right there.
How the heck this just snap out like
When
this?
you dug it out, it unrolled.
Put this one out.
Yeah, that one out. And why would this one not snap like
Shit,
this?
roll this motherfucker back together. Yeah.
Roll that beautiful beam footage.
Sabotage.
I can't see no reason for it to be back there. Fine
There's
exploded.
no reason for it to be there.
You got your pressure. That's the pressure you're supposed to have. You see it moving back and forth in and out.
Yep, that is perfect sense.
So it basically worked like a coil.
Yeah.
That spring.
Yeah.
Now, we got any starters around here that got this style
I don't
of
think we're gonna.
this build, which is
You got a lot more restriction though, because it had a lot of play in it before.
Can we get that one back to shape?
I'm over here twist on this.
Let's try it.
Yeah, I see it. I can feel it.
The tension in there.
Oh man, look.
Let's
So
look
it
at
came loose, and look how it's spreading. That's exactly how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, you called that. Glad I came up to the
'Cause I'm like,
professional,
because
ASC
you-
certified.
Because usually it's hard to get brushes on the back on the armature,
Right.
unless they have two little holes or something like in the
Gotta
top
be, right.
where you can hold them back.
You gotta be something funky.
Yeah, it gotta be something. Cause this here, usually there's always a trick to it. You gotta take something to hold them back to slide it on that armature.
Mm-hmm. When we first put it on, I said something ain't right with this. I said this is too loose. Let's see how he done murdered it.
miniature needle nose or something. That's it.
Yeah.
Those are cutters.
Right. We don't want them to get nowhere near that.
You said there's no reason why it shouldn't run.
You got no
No.
choice. It's gotta do what it's supposed to do.
It's like sticking a cord in the socket and grabbing and put you in the bare wire.
Well,
See what happened?
right.
It's gonna light up.
Do what it's supposed to do.
Gotta do it.
Right. This here.
Straight on the one side.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah,
See, the
he
one
called
side-
it from
yeah,
Jump
one
Start.
side don't wanna.
You've been manipulated a little bit.
You don't want to
Quite a
pay.
bit.
Yeah.
We're gonna see if we can DIY this for free. Wouldn't that be something if it just kicked right in?
Well, if them two touch and have tension on them, it's gonna do that.
Right.
And they got no choice.
Yeah, they already got power.
I think what happened
It
was
showed
when
that.
we first took it out and I put it back in, it was in backwards.
Right.
And that made it stretch.
It's all right. As long as
Because this
it's in
looked
there,
like it
it's gonna
sits
stretch.
like this.
Just like that.
Or, no,
No, you had it right.
or we just go like this here.
It's
Yeah,
gonna
you
sit
push
the
it.
opposite of that one, the same way.
Yeah, that's it. It's uncoiling out. Uncoil. Yeah.
Uncoil and coil it back.
So is it this way or this
That
way?
way. Like you
Yeah.
So
said.
it goes on the back side of it like
that.
this.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you got a light tension but meets it halfway, it's going to give you something because the armature is going to be spinning around.
Right. You can't go nowhere.
It's going to be stuck in between the two.
Yeah.
When you're stuck in between that spring, it's on.
See? We went back in it just like it did originally.
Oh, I see what you mean. Once you put it in here.
Yeah.
Mhm. It can't go nowhere.
The spring going to push it up, right up to it. And all this,
So this got a sensor too.
yeah, this,
It look like some sensor
so
with read.
once there's no air,
Mm-hmm.
it's got a sensor that kicks on. Tells this, hey, ain't no air in there. Starts up the motor. The motor starts up and pumps this right here. Pumps air through it.
Yeah.
It seems like something that a sensor would read.
Right. Then it got a height sensor, so when the car gets so low, or you get too many niggas in the car. Like back in the day, like them cars, they had a thing, like the old Fords, and niggas had that air, you know, when it was get too many niggas in the car, the Cadillac did it too.
Call it self-doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had that old, when I had that old 560 Benz back in the day, it had that air shit on it. You mess up if you want to. Shoot. Take it to the cleaners.
Trying to reposition this here same spring.
Oh, I see.
You want
This one
I
here.
was about to say coil it in for a little
This
bit
one
more.
here needs to
Yeah.
turn some more. This side, dude.
Yeah.
Him not gonna play with it.
No,
Yeah.
even if you ain't creative, you still gotta have the knowledge to do that. You gotta have the basic
You have
knowledge.
to basic knowledge of what it's
No.
supposed to do.
Right.
So I got it somewhat shaped back to where it needs to be. It's not perfect, but as long as it's got that tension on it, wraps around, spring out, and pull on in.
A fucked up product design. That's all it is.
Mm-hmm.
It'd probably be better to put the fucked up one in first. You're all in the way. Get out my way. Yeah.
Oh, it's got that bend in it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I see. So it's supposed to have that flatness in it.
I don't think it's gonna mix.
It ain't gonna matter.
That's how you can tell what side it go on. See? They go that bend, right? The bend is
Yeah,
actually
out of it.
on this
Yeah,
side
the
here.
bend, yeah, it
Right
hit,
there.
yeah, it hits the outside. Yeah,
And then it pushes in like that. When it pushes in, it
yeah,
because otherwise it will pull in.
yeah.
But this one's
So,
like this. It,
Yeah, the spring's out. Yep.
Okay. Got them in place. Now you need to put the brush in. Because usually brushes have a little hole you stick, you know, so where you stick something through to hold it in. So it keeps a little spring.
Let it go. Let it go. See if it's not pushing. Is that the opposite side?
Is it moving out?
Nah, I think that's the opposite side. Is it? I don't know.
Right, because it ain't going nowhere.
Right.
I think that's what the problem was the first time.
Right.
So you gotta flip over.
I got it in there. Bam. Bam.
No.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna hold that bitch in place.
Oh, yes, we might. Hold on a second. Tell you what, I'm gonna hold this one in with a piece of string while you put the one over there in. See, because this is because I'm gonna hold it in with this here's holding the spring back by the wire. See, hold on a second.
What you want me to do right now?
Hold on a second. Let me see. See, because if I'm holding it by that wire, it's gonna keep the tension on that spring and pull it back. So let me try that right there.
And you want to put the other one in?
There we go. And you put the other one in. She's looking for the screwdriver?
Don't worry about it. I got it.
Okay.
Got it?
Well, we getting there. It's like this, goes backwards, basically. That side down, and then the other side. Oh, get your ass on up here.
Yep. Pop it on in. I held it up that way so that it gave a little bit more tension to do it. It just popped out a little bit. In there? One off, one on. Yeah, that's exactly what happened right there. That's a class example of what happened. Why it's not working. Yep.
Popped it right at it.
Boom, shock lock. I had to put that phone down, put the screwdriver up in there. So now we got tension on both sides. All right, look here. This is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna put something between both of these, and that way it'll hold those in, and then we're gonna clean that out. That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
All right.
Shit like it's a paper, we just slide it up to there, get them on there, pull it out.
I put a piece of metal or magnet in there just to hold those springs back, but as you can see, both of those springs should be sitting on those contacts just like that, so that there's tension against it. When we pulled it apart, there was no tension. Those springs were separated. So that's definitely how it's supposed to work. I'm glad I called in an expert to point that out, because I didn't even take a look that deep into it, because I was just like, okay, let me go buy a new one. But they're like, yeah, nah, bro, this is what's wrong with it. All right. So what we're doing right now is we're just holding the outside edge of the wire so that we can slip this back on the armature. So, all right. So at this here stage, we got the brushes on there just to get it on site. Now I'm just trying to line the holes up, because both those holes are lined up right there. So that these here screws can eventually, where the other one go? Oh, okay. So these here screws can line up down here.
Off a little bit.
Off a little bit.
Yes, let me see. Okay.
That did it?
This one is. That one's good.
So we got them lined up.
There we go.
Yeah, they go in.